Good
Everyone.
evening.
Very good evening. How are
How are
you?
you? I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking. How are you doing?
Yes, doing exceptionally well. Thanks for asking.
Yes. How is your day going? All good?
Yes, my day was I would say it was a bit lethargic, but
Mm-hmm.
productive as well.
Productive.
So,
Yes.
yes.
Okay. It's our first session together, right?
Hmm.
Yes.
But
Okay.
I have seen a lot of your videos on YouTube, I must say.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yes.
I hope I didn't disappoint you in those videos.
No, not at all. I mean, I truly wanted to have a session with you, and I think I booked this session last week because
Oh,
it's difficult to get your slots. So yes,
high
I
on
am.
demand, that's why.
Mm. True that.
Yes. Okay. So since it's our first session, before we move on to the real our actual session, I would like to hear something about you. Could you please introduce yourself?
Yes, sure. So, my name is Neha Rana. My roots are in Himachal, and I am a proud homemaker. I run two YouTube channels, Instagram page, Facebook page, and all these even WhatsApp groups. So, all these things deal with the spoken English communication skills. And I may sound again a broken record here. I do all these things, or I am active on social media just to be in touch with this language, because this is how I create that environment to get that exposure. Because I belong to a rural setting, and
Yes.
hardly people speak or use this language, so it becomes a difficult thing for me, or it becomes it is a challenging task actually
Mhm.
to have that environment. So we need to create it on our own, and that's how I'm creating it. That's
Okay.
all
So
about.
you also have a YouTube channel, is it? Is it like more focused on conversational videos?
No, I can't say these days actually people watch these conversational videos. But yes,
Mm-hmm.
I keep uploading my solo short videos, short reels about maybe I explain a word, some idioms and phrases, sometimes grammar hacks. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, that's how.
Okay, great. And you're from, you said your roots are in
Himachal, but I live in Mohali, that is in Punjab.
Punjab. Okay, great. So since
Mhm.
you got married, you moved to this place or
No, no, no. Actually, my husband used to work in Indian Navy. So earlier I was in Mumbai, and then we shifted to Mohali just
Mm-hmm.
for the schooling of
Mm-hmm.
my son. And yes, of course, here we get more options in terms of employment. And my husband works here, and I can easily work from home. So that's how.
Oh, so you're
Yes.
working also.
Work from home in the sense, as I just mentioned, that I run YouTube channel, and also I
Mm-hmm.
conduct online sessions also,
Mm-hmm.
and I run WhatsApp groups with my friend Sunita. Sunita is from Sunita's English Adventure. So we both run,
Oh,
yes, three WhatsApp groups
oh my God.
together.
Okay. Oh, we are like a regular
Hmm.
conversation people. So I
Yes.
almost like at least once or twice a week I see her or we have
Hmm.
a conversation. So you both work together in terms of conducting classes.
Not exactly, but running in terms of running WhatsApp groups.
Okay, so you both
Hmm.
knew each other way before, or you just met through YouTube?
Credit goes to YouTube. We met on YouTube, and yes, that's how we started working together.
Together. Okay, so you told me that you have two YouTube channels, right?
Hmm.
Both are based on English only?
Yes, I've recently started one channel. I have just started it. It's all about basic English expressions, where I provide certain tips, strategies to Indian audience who
Hmm,
belong,
understood.
or that audience who belongs to rural areas, because
Okay.
my I specifically focus on those people who come from a rural setting, who really
Mm-hmm.
don't know how to start learning this language, right? And
Okay.
who have those people who have a lot of doubts, self doubts, and they really don't know how to invest their money or their time when it comes
Okay.
to learning this language, because
Hmm.
I have faced similar struggles. So I think I can feel them. So that's how I'm taking this initiative, just to make those people more aware and comfortable with this
Mm-hmm.
language.
Yes, so exactly. So I was having a conversation with Sunita today itself about
Okay.
her journey, how did she start off and everything. So she told me that the maximum number of people belong to a homemaker category,
Yes.
especially the students, right? So
Hmm.
why do you think that is happening? Is it because they have enough and more time? But I don't think homemakers have much time
No,
like
no.
that, right? So what is the
Hmm.
main reason behind that? What is the gimmick behind that?
It's all, first of all, I guess credit goes to social media. Actually,
Hmm.
social media, we call it a double-edged sword, right?
Mhm.
But it has sparked that urge in homemakers also, because when they watch certain videos, they feel like, grooming
Motivated.
themselves. Yes, so that's how now everyone wants to work on his or her. We are talking about homemakers, so yes, their own skills, and they want to become independent. And I guess
Yes.
this is the best way, because once you upskill yourself, you can start something from your home. It's like work from home is quite trendy these days, right? And
Yes.
YouTube, you can easily create your channel on YouTube, and who knows, you grow I mean
Rapidly, right?
rapidly, right? So that's the main reason that homemakers are taking that step to
Mm.
towards their dreams.
Dreams, yes. And I think they also want to have a mastery because that particular generation, I feel, did
Hmm.
not get the proper education as such, or it
Yes.
was not important during that time. So maybe they
Hmm.
just want to, have a whole bunch of old memories by bringing up and having a
Right.
mastery over the language, right? Yes.
Mm-hmm. I would like to add one more thing, anecdote from my own life. I did masters in this language, okay, in English literature, not language, but in English literature. I was a bright student, okay.
Mm.
I completed my B.Ed also, then masters, and I did go for some basic diplomas in computer application. But you know what, I never had that urge of doing something in terms of, I mean, I never did anything to get a job. I never appeared for any competitive exams, okay, because we were not aware enough. I
Yes.
was just educating myself, though this education actually is helping me now. But
Mm.
that's the thing. And now, when we realized this thing, then we
Exactly.
feel like lagging behind. So
Mm.
that's how we all want to do something, and YouTube is providing. Actually, it is giving us wings to
Mm.
fly. So
Yes,
yes.
it's actually a good platform for a lot of people,
Hmm.
especially. So I was talking about this only to Sunita that
Hmm.
you people are actually making a lot of opportunities for lot of people because
Hmm.
there are a lot of people who are not able to afford a particular
Yes.
platform to learn this
Hmm.
language, right? But in that way, they are learning a lot of things from these kinds of conversational videos, which I
Right.
feel has a different turn towards a lot of people. So I
Hmm.
was telling you, people are doing a fabulous job in terms of that. Right. Yes.
Right.
Okay. So, what do you want to do in the class today? Do you have something in your mind, or we'll just go with whatever
Hmm.
is there in the session notes?
I guess the ball is in your court, or I can ask you so many questions. I have that inquisitive mind. I just want to design this session specifically for my audience, to those people who want to learn this language, right?
Uh-huh.
So since you are an expert, and you have been conducting these kind of sessions for a long time, I want to know from you, what do you think? What is that common mistake Indian people make while learning this language? I'm not asking speaking while speaking, but while learning this language. So, what are those common mistakes as per
Hmm.
your point of view?
Okay. So, there are a few. I'll just list out a few. First thing is that most of the people have confusion with past tense.
Hmm.
And but since I'm a person who loves to teach grammar, I feel that's the most easiest tense, but that's just my personal opinion. But a
Hmm.
common thing that I found when I teach, because I used to teach in a school also before, the common mistake that I find in learners is they
Hmm.
make a lot of mistakes in past tense.
Okay.
They think that it's very complicated and they create a lot of mistakes out of confusion. That is with
Hmm.
past tense. They mispronounce a lot of words.
Yes.
That is
Hmm.
another thing. And another common mistake that they make is that it's not just with students but with a lot of majority of people, they force
Hmm.
themselves to do something that they don't like.
Actually.
especially when they're learning this language. One
Yes.
point in that is because a lot of people tell you this when it comes to tips, they tell you you should read books, you should do that, do this.
Hmm.
But reading book is not something that can happen over a night. You tell somebody, read a book, start from tomorrow, and you
Hmm.
start reading, you won't have the interest all of a sudden.
Yes.
It's something that needs a lot of patience, focus to develop that. But
Hmm.
if you tell a person who's 10 years or 12 years old, they still can
Hmm.
have time to develop it because they're still in the learning process. The
Hmm.
ones who have grown up are also in the learning process, but they have limited time for all this. They're
Right.
working, they have responsibilities. As you grow, your responsibility increases. So
Hmm.
in that time, you have very little time to give focus to a lot of things. So I tell my learners one thing is that, see,
Hmm.
reading is good. I am not against reading or anything. It's the best thing to improve your language. But
Hmm.
don't force yourself onto it because you're already forced to learn this language because of your circumstances. Maybe
Hmm.
profession, maybe personal life, anything. And while you're forced, you're again doing things which you don't have interest. Interest is something that has to develop, and it takes time. See, if you have enough and more time, you can get to know different genres in books and then read it.
Right.
That's your choice. But then don't
Hmm.
read just for the sake of reading it. Reading is to be
Hmm.
done when you're understanding it, when you're actually
Exactly.
getting in something inside, right? So if you
Hmm.
can't do that, don't do it. Reading is not just about books. Reading can be in
Hmm.
any form. You are traveling by, you see a hoarding, you're reading it. You're watching or you're scrolling through your mobile, you see
Yes.
something, you're still reading it. So
Hmm.
reading can be in a passive form also. It needn't be in an
Right.
active form. Listening is also the same, but listening is something that everybody can do. You don't need focus onto it. You just need to develop interest, and you just need to
Hmm.
find your category in which you want to
Yes.
listen. Podcast is
Hmm.
one thing that you can do. TED Talks is one thing that you do. Rather
Right.
than reading motivational books, I feel it is better to watch or listen to
Listen.
motivation,
Hmm.
because when you
Lovely.
read you might get bored, but when you
Hmm.
listen or watch, the highest thing or the biggest plus point in that is you are experiencing something that somebody has experienced, right? You get to know their body language, their facial expressions, their movements, their gaps, the technique through which they speak. See, if you want to master spoken English, you have to listen to spoken English. Right. So I feel that is one common thing that everybody, or one common assumption that everybody takes when they are planning to learn this language as such. So these are the common mistakes that I find.
Yes, I think you spoke my mind, and I am completely on board with whatever you said because I have seen a lot of people ask me this question, ma'am. I read a lot, and you know what? It's not about reading books. They come with that I read newspaper. I tell them, oh my goodness, don't tell me because if you ask me, I'm not into reading. To be very honest, I am trying to inculcate this habit, but you know what, the one reason I don't really get that time that I can go
Mm.
through a book, though I have collected a lot of books right, and I have read also one or two books, but seriously these days I'm not getting time. But what I do, I always go for some motivational quotes. That's
Mm.
what I do. It's my habit. I am into
Yes.
reading motivational quotes. I write those quotes and I use those quotes in my conversation,
Mm.
right? This is
Yes.
how I work on my vocabulary and my expressions. And
Yes.
I can't read a newspaper. I mean, I can't read a Hindi newspaper, let alone English. So yes, because those heavy words, as a homemaker, I have nothing to do with that very vocabulary.
Mm.
Okay,
That
so we
advanced
need, yes,
language.
and complete formal one.
Mm.
Okay, it's very formal. It's very formal, and my vocabulary is completely informal because that's how I interact with people around me, right? When it comes to breaking grammar,
Mm.
I mean, they have that phobia about
Yes.
grammar, right?
Yes.
So yes, ma'am, I am very, I mean, I don't know the ABC of grammar, and you won't believe people come with those complicated structures.
Mm.
Hardly we use those structures. Okay, so I
Mm.
tell them, first be comfortable with your basic expressions. Okay,
Yes.
you should know how to introduce yourself. You should know
Mm.
how to explain your daily routine. Okay, I
Yes.
ask them, how was your day? So if
Mm.
you are not able to express these very basic things, why you want to get into those structures? They come up with a lot of questions, conditionals, would have, should have, could have. So I tell them just go step by step, right? And yes, then they watch a lot of videos on YouTube. Okay, so someone is saying do this, they start doing this. So I tell them, see, it's all about keeping the gold and brushing the dust. Find what works for you. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
right? So what,
Exactly.
because for some people reading works, for some people listening work. I listen a lot, and I don't listen to those maybe BBC news or kind of thing. I listen to Priyanka Chopra's short videos, short reels,
Absolutely amazing ones.
right? The way she presents herself,
Amazing it is.
right?
Her way
Right, so
of constructing sentences is just
sentences.
phenomenal.
And I follow Sushmita Sen's short
Mm.
videos,
Oh, okay.
because this is my way of making my learning a bit more engaging. Okay,
Yes,
and that's
exactly.
how. So we need to be mindful what
Mm.
we are feeding our brain with. So don't
Yes.
just toe the line. Be very wiseful. Sorry, mindful, and be very wise. Whatever you want to learn, and the sources you are approaching. So yes,
Yes.
it should be there.
Yes, that's what. An add on to that, when you feel like you're reading something, you're listening to something, after you do that, get a question inside your mind. Am I using all this in my daily
Yes,
conversations? Right. Is
right.
it actually practically possible to use all this? Will I use it?
True,
That should be the
true.
first thing. So, one thing
Hmm.
I realized from Priyanka Chopra's video is that it sounds like simple language, right?
Hmm.
Most of her way of speaking construction, it is polished, but
Right.
for Indian audience I feel it's easier to understand,
Easier.
because
Right.
she kind of takes that accent into consideration for Indian audience also.
Yes. True
That's
that.
something that I've noticed in her, the way she
Hmm.
speaks. It sounds very polished. It sounds
Yes.
very British or American or whatever it
Hmm.
is. But then she makes sure her words have clarity, which
Yes.
gives an understanding for a mixed audience.
Mixed.
Even people who know only the basics of this language would understand what she's trying to speak.
Hmm.
Yes, she does use advanced vocabulary, but it's
Hmm.
easier to understand when she finishes the sentences.
Sentence.
Right.
Right.
So I feel
Hmm.
yes, Priyanka Chopra's videos is one good option for listeners or people who
Yes.
want to improve this
Yes.
language.
Exactly. Exactly. And then comes verbal and non-verbal communication, right?
Yes.
This is what I always try to tell them, that it's not only about adding so many vocabulary words. You need to work on your body language, your facial expressions, right? So many people don't actually know this very thing about non-verbal
Yes.
communication. They
Yes.
use heavy words without
Mm.
expressions, right?
Yes. Yes.
So what do you want to say on this very thing? How to learn to express yourself in a very nice way and in that facilitating
Yes.
way? Hmm.
Yes. So I was also a person who would never even knew that nonverbal skills existed when you were speaking, right? So when I got into the teaching field or when I was doing my B.Ed, is when I realized that expression matters. I did use a lot of expression before because I started off my career as a spoken English trainer, and I also had to do a lot of content videos for my company. So at that
Hmm.
time, yes, I did understand, but then during doing, like while doing those videos also, I felt I was not expressive enough, maybe because I was tensed enough to face the camera, but
Hmm.
somewhere I felt I was not using it properly. Then when I got into B.Ed also, we had a whole category of nonverbal skills. Is she
Hmm.
expressing well? Is her gestures doing well? That's when I got to know, yes, nonverbal skills matters a lot, especially when you are a teacher.
Yes.
You can't simply stand in a standees position and explain things to your children, especially English. That doesn't work that way. We have a lot of stories to teach them. So to make or to grab attention, especially from
Hmm.
small kids, you need to do a lot of drama, and that drama comes with a lot of nonverbal skills.
Right.
One way I improved my nonverbal skills was through TED Talks. TED
Okay.
Talks related to communication skills, where they say the importance of nonverbal skills. See, when you are communicating something, by the listener's body language, you understand if he's interested or not.
Hmm.
And that
Yes.
is done through your nonverbal skills. The same way when you're going for work, for the first time, when you're going or when you've applied for a job and you've got that job and you enter your office for the first time, people judge you the moment you step inside, even without speaking.
Correct.
Right. And that's why I truly believe in action speaks louder than words,
And
more
words.
than anything. So that is something that I realize. See, the first thing that they notice is our body language.
Hmm.
Are we proportionately standing? Is there a problem with the way
Okay.
we are? See, everything tells in our body language, our facial expressions, even more. So,
Hmm.
one thing that I would like to tell everybody is like your verbal skills, non-verbal skills are
Equal.
equally important, no matter
Yes.
what. Because if you are expressing something happy, if you're speaking about something that happened in your life, which was
Hmm.
very happy for you, you can't simply stand and say, yeah, this happened and I was like very happy about it. You need to express so that the other person gets that they are standing in that
Yes.
moment where you were
Hmm.
happy. So for
Right.
that, yes, non-verbal skills are very important.
Very important. True. As I conduct sessions, and if I just go there and I'm like, okay, good morning, everyone. How are you? They will be like, how would we learn from this teacher?
Yes,
She looks very.
exactly.
I mean, she looks grumpy or rude or strict.
Very intimidating also, right?
Right, intimidating, right? So yes, you need to be very polite, humble, and gentle with your
Yes.
gestures, right? So
Yes.
yes, so
Hmm.
expressions matter because most of the time we get into those vocabulary words, phrasal expressions, idioms, and we forget to
Express
express.
ourselves.
Right, right,
Right.
and
Yes, that's something that I have got from most of the learners also, because I mastered the art of being cheerful, being energetic when I saw my learners. So I had a particular incident with one of my learners where he
Mhm.
was very tensed because he was having a demo session with me. He was very tensed, he was sweating, he was
Oh,
all grumpy. And then the moment I got in, I understood that he is very tensed, he's not excited. So my goal there was not to teach him the language, was to make him comfortable first. Right. So whenever you approach somebody, then I got a tagline from most of the learners. If I take my ratings or reviews, the only thing that people say, she's a very energetic, she's a very happy and approachable person. So that
right.
is something that I yearn for. Right. If you are energetic, the same thing goes on to your learner.
Huh.
That is something that I realized after taking a lot of sessions. If I am low on energy, if I don't approach people in a good way,
Hmm.
they also become low. They won't take another session with me again.
Of
But at
course.
the same time, if I'm approachable, if I'm energetic, see, I get tired after taking a lot of sessions continuously. My
Hmm.
morning time is my most productive time because during evening we tend to become so tired.
Right.
But with a lot of practice and consistency, you get an energy to hold till that time.
Yes.
That is something that I always wanted to have a mastery on, and I think English Yari is a platform that's helping me to do it because you
Right.
face a lot of challenges because you get a
Hmm.
lot of different kind of learners. It's not
Hmm.
same. Nobody is the same that you get. So you
No.
need to cater to their needs in different ways. In
Right.
that way, I think I also learned a lot of things. So when a learner comes, I am also learning a lot of things from that person. It's not just I am giving
Nice.
whatever I have. It's a two-way process that's happening.
Yes. True
Right.
that.
Yes.
It was so nice. Even before this session, I was feeling a bit sluggish, right? Because I was also, I mean, I am feeling a bit low on my energy. But you know what? Once I sit here, once I turn my laptop on, then I forget everything because I love this. This is something which I
Yes.
really, really cherish or I love. And I was a bit skeptical because this was our first session. So I was thinking what would be discussing and all. See, time just flew away, right?
Yes, it's just a
So,
matter of time, right? Because
hmm,
we are in the same category where we are so passionate about this language, right? And we are ready to do anything for this.
everything for
Every
it.
time a learner comes and gives us a feedback, it's like
Hmm.
more chances to improve.
Right.
So I take it in that way. The
Hmm.
more motivated they make me, the more I want to learn, the more I want to do for them.
Yes.
That's something that
Right.
keeps me motivated all the while. Right. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So
Okay.
thank you so much, Neha Rana. It was lovely connecting with you. I think I also had the same vibe that I had with Sunita because I always am really happy to have conversations with her because it's so meaningful and
Hmm.
it's especially targeted for the audience what they want. So she comes up with very amazing questions that even learners find it very interesting, because I had a chance to go through her videos once and I felt how much effort one person is putting to bring up this channel. Right. And when you run through the comments, you
Hmm.
understand that it is, affecting in
Yes.
a good way for the learners.
Right.
Right.
And
Yes.
yes, I tell you one thing, she just hit 50K
Yeah, she told
subscribers.
me today. She
Right.
told me today. Yes. That's
Yes.
why I had a session with her and she was like,
Okay.
this is the first thing that I have to tell you in the morning. And I'm so
Wow.
glad that I got to share it with you. I'm like, congratulations, you deserve it more than anybody.
Yes.
So yeah, we
Right.
started off with that in the morning. Yes.
Hmm.
So
So,
thank you, Neha. It was lovely connecting. Come again for the sessions. I indeed love
sure.
having conversations like this. Thank
For
you so
sure.
much.
Thank
Have a great
you. Have
evening.
a
Bye.
nice day. Thank